A winter blast is moving across our area. Boy, I felt it as I was driving in at 2 o'clock in the morning. All right, there on the left, that's a live look along 795 at Cockeys Mill. You can see the snow still coming down.
And then on the right, it's the live look at the radar as the heavier band of snow is still heading our way.
Well, the winter weather is already impacting students in Maryland. Right now, Cecil and Harford County are operating on a 2-hour delay.
And we will, of course, be updating this list and then bringing you those new delays or closings as soon as they come in. If we get any more, you can also find a full list scrolling right there at the bottom of your screen anytime on our website, foxbaltimore.com.
That's a big deal. It's our first school delays of the season. Good morning to you on this Wednesday, December 11th. I'm Patrice Sanders.
And I'm Tom Rogers. And we do have that live team coverage of the snow continuing. Eliza Westbrook and Rachel Aragon live all across the area with an update on the conditions.
Well, let's get started with meteorologist Jonathan Myers and talk about how much snow we're going to get and how long this is going to fall.
Yeah, we've already seen a solid inch or so, and it looks like we maybe could get another coating. Winter weather advisories are up north and west of Baltimore. That's what you see there in the purple. Taking a close-up look here in Baltimore South, there's kind of a little lull, but notice just north of Cockeysville up to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, another round of snow coming through. So 83 reduced visibilities. Most roads are just wet, but again, our computer model map here showing that potentially some of those bridges and overpasses could get very slippery, and some of the side roads could have a little bit of coverage. At least some time to dust off the car. I know I had some snow on mine this morning, and there's more snow. We're not done just yet, although we're in a lull here in the city. There's more coming in from the north and the west. I'm going to let you know how long this is going to last and when it's going to get out of here. And if the latter portion of the morning commute is going to be drier, my Weather Authority forecast in 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. Let's take a look at the roads that we're seeing here. Everybody in the green now, but you can expect some delays happening and add some time to your normal commute because of the wet and the snow that's starting to stick in certain areas. You move north, the roads are colder, so you might see a dusting on some of the roads there. So look at 795 right near Reisterstown, where we're seeing a last band of snow that Jonathan was just talking about moving through. Continuing our live team coverage now, Elijah Westbrook is on the move north in our Chevy Storm Tracker. He's actually in the Hereford zone.
How are the roads out there, Elijah?
Hey, good morning, Tom and Patrice. Well, right now we are live in our Chevy Storm Tracker. We just got to Hereford at the intersection of York Road and Mount Carmel. And I'm actually going to get out of our Chevy Storm Tracker and show you exactly how the road conditions look at this hour. Again, we are live in Hereford, just at the intersection of Mount Carmel and York Road. And look, guys, it is snowing at this hour. Not a lot of cars on the road right now, which is probably a good thing. But as the morning progresses and we start to see more cars on the road, you certainly want to be cautious. So we looked up some tips and some stats from AAA, and according to AAA, during this time, make sure you drive slowly. Of course, you want to accelerate and decelerate slowly, and know your brakes. Whether you have anti-lock brakes or not, keep the heel of your foot on the floor and apply steady pressure on the brake pedal. Also, allow yourself extra time this morning. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people driving a little bit slower than normal, so you want to allow yourself enough time to get to your destination. As you can see right now, it's almost like a winter wonderland out here in Hereford. We're alive once again at the intersection of Mount Carmel and York Road. I should probably put on the hat pretty soon for our next hit. We're going to go ahead and send it on back to you.
Well, it is beginning to look a lot like winter all over our area.
That's right. In fact, we want to check in with Rachel Aragon. She is traveling up north and continues the team coverage. We're going to look at the conditions now in Fullerton. Rachel.
Tom, it's looking and definitely feeling a lot like winter this morning. Temperature is definitely dropping, but the good news is right now, so far at this hour here, it's not looking too bad. Right now I'm on Interstate 43 between Perry Hall and Fullerton. You can see some cars coming to my right. You're seeing they're going a little slower than usual, but still not too bad right now. That's because the roads, again, are wet, but you're not seeing a lot of slush or snow again so far. Throughout the morning, though, we're going to continue going, northeast towards Bel Air. But again, we know that the conditions can change overnight. They can change within minutes. So again, take it slow like many of these cars, but also leave extra early this morning in case you run into those wet, slushy conditions. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
We are seeing a lot of snow falling in Carroll County. This is a video that I took at a gas station on my way into work. The ground is covered. The snow was coming down heavy. And on the roads, this doesn't even do it justice. When you got out onto the main road, 140 there, it was completely snow covered. You could see just the tire marks in one lane. So a lot of snow in Carroll County. And the snow starting to cover cars and rooftops in Baltimore. Here's a picture of the snow in Parkville. Chris sent in this picture. Thank you to Chris for that. Well, we want to see what it looks like in your neighborhood. Send us your pictures, your videos by opening up your Fox 45 News app. Select Chime In from the Explore list. You can also go to our website, foxbaltimore.com/chime-in. And you can keep track of the winter blast right on your cell phone. Download the Fox 45 weather app, search WBFF in your app store.
5:06 now, and turning now to a city in crisis and questions about the blurred lines between city contracts and campaign donations. According to the Baltimore Brew, today a $13 million contract is coming up at the Board of Estimates from Grant Capital Management. JP Grant is caught up in the Healthy Holly scandal after paying former Mayor Catherine Pugh $100,000 and only receiving one of her books. He's also given money to Mayor Jack Young, City Council President Brandon Scott's campaigns, both of whom are on the Board of Estimates that awards contracts. This morning, candidates for mayor are weighing in on the new contract.
I'm not going to be voting in favor of the contract. I'll be abstaining from the vote on the contract because I want to see what the Inspector General finds in her investigation that I called for.
How can they, in good faith, go forward with a vote when the beneficiary of this contract is at the middle of a federal criminal investigation?
Once again, you question the judgment, and this is what citizens of Baltimore are all looking at, like, you know, why are we talking about this again? We could be focused on a ton of other issues and a ton of other concerns going on in our city, and we're right now focused on someone in their dealings with the city, the corruption, the campaign finance, and all.
Well, we reached out to Mayor Jack Young for a comment. He did not provide one. Today, Baltimore candidate for mayor Thuroo Vignarajah is holding a news conference before the Board of Estimates meeting, calling for the BOE to postpone their vote on the JP Grant contract until an audit is complete. They'll be in front of City Hall later this morning at 8:30.
Well, JP Grant has been doing business with the city of Baltimore for years. He is the owner of Grant Capital Management Company, which leases everything from computers to city vehicles. Now his business deals with the city are under scrutiny since his campaign donations to several city leaders have come to light. City Councilwoman Mary Pat Clark sees an issue with how some city contracts are awarded.
Sometimes we definitely need contractors. But you also need competitive bidding.
It is important to note that both Mayor Young and City Council President Brandon Scott say they are planning on returning Grant's campaign contributions.
Breaking developments as lawmakers prepare to draft 2 articles of impeachment against President Trump.
We'll tell you when lawmakers plan to start working on them.
And we've got a very slick and slippery morning on the way. I'm going to let you know when things are going to improve and the snow is going to end. And my Weather Authority forecast up next. Time now 5:08. You're watching Fox 45 Early Edition.